Welcome everyone. Let's see who we've got. Hi Bert, hi JW, how's it going? Alright, thank you for being here. Cool, we've got 8 people already, nice. Hold on just 1 second. Hi Glitch, how's it going? Everybody give me just 1 second. Sorry about that. Always something right when I start, right? Hi Aisha, how's it going? Thank you for being here. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. And I apologize for the background noise. My little one just woke up. You are just fine, Glitch. Tonight's going to be a little bit different. We're not really going to be learning much of anything. We're mostly just going to be kind of chatting and talking. I kind of want to dig into the collective perspective, so I'm clicking around here trying to move things around to kind of prep for next week's dance meditation. So one of the things I was struggling with for the meditation this week was coming up with a routine that was going to work with everybody, because I really want to work with healing the shadows, especially the ones that we carry in our lower chakras. Oh, hello! We've got a new name. Hi, Serendipity. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Hi, Hannah Mori. Hi, Strawberry Time. Thank you for being here. So glad to have you all here tonight. So, what we're going to kind of be going through is, before I get into the stargates and all that fun stuff, I'm going to wait a minute to do that. One of the things I want to get into tonight for next week's meditation is I want everyone to kind of, if you feel guided, put in the comments or the chat a shadow, something that you're dealing with that maybe you want to work on healing, so that I can bring that into, maybe incorporate it into the dance meditation next week. So I'm looking for some ideas from all of you. Maybe just some shadows that you want to work on that I can kind of incorporate. So it's going to be a little bit different than probably anything you've ever experienced. It's going to be like dancing and breath work. It's not going to be like choreographed, but I'll be kind of like guiding you, maybe like telling you to go maybe this direction, or move your arms or move your feet to kind of help you a little bit, but I'm not going to be like telling you what to do. I'm also going to be having options for people who are not dancing. So it's going to be open for people who want to dance and people who just want to be a part of the meditation. So there's going to be breath work and there's going to be dance. There's also going to be a lot of shadow work and shadow healing. So if there's something specifically you want to bring into the meditation for next Friday, please leave a comment below or throw it in the chat. And if I don't see it here now, I'll see it on the replay. For some reason, a lot of my comments aren't coming up. I'm not seeing them until I see the replay. And so I miss a lot of your guys' comments, and so I can't guarantee seeing anything now. So definitely throw it in there. If I don't speak about it now, we'll cover it next week. And so I'm just going to check the chat real quick. Hi Leslie, hello, welcome. And if I'm missing anybody, hello and welcome. And alright, self-esteem, yeah, that's going to be a big one. The feeling of feeling like I'm helpless in helping humanity. Great one, JW. Amazing. Hannah Mori, I have self-love and worth issues. Ooh, that's one I've been working on a lot, so that's definitely going to be incorporated for sure. Thank you, Hannah Mori. Alright. Okay, every time I click on that, it pulls my screen away, so sorry about all the extra clicking. Yeah, so that's one of the other things that I've been noticing. So I tune into a lot of the collective energies. And one of the things I've noticed when we hit these stargates, especially the Aldeberan and Antares stargate, we hit a lot of the collective shadow. A lot of it is connected to like wanting to be seen, wanting to be felt, wanting to be heard, wanting to be loved. So if that's something that you're kind of going through as like a shadow right now, you're not the only one. It's really happening on a very collective scale, and it's being triggered by kind of the stargates that are opening and lighting up all these ley lines that are connected to energies that are very much connected to those frequencies. So right now we're kind of going through alignments with Aldeberan and Antares. So if you align with Aldebaran or Antares as a starseed, or it's a prominent origin in your natal chart. Sorry, my necklace is distracting me because it's like backwards. If it's a prominent origin in your natal chart, then these Stargate activations are going to be very influential on you. I'm having a hard time talking right now, sorry. My light language has been trying to come through all day because one of the things that happens when I'm kind of running through a lot of shadows, thank you, Don Vinny. I did the mohawk, you guys, I did it. One of the things that happens when I'm kind of going through a lot of shadows is I speak a lot of light language. Like, it's really soothing for me. When I stress out, it helps me ground, it helps me kind of express frequencies that are just kind of like jamming themselves up into my body. So, let me know in the comments if you speak light language and this is something that you also do. Shadow recreation to harmony and balance, love and light. Yes. So, that's really cool. I might even use that phrase in the meditation. That's so well put, Bert. Thank you. Work with the ether and the void between love and light. Yes. So yeah, the ether, the void, that is source. That is source energy. Oh, it's just so on point. Thank you, Serendipity. So sorry, I have this on backup, but I don't know if I really need to have that going. Hold on just a second. No, we're good. Alright, so, let me make sure we're working over there. I have my other phone. It has not been working very good at all. As like my backup to make sure that the feed still is going because it's been buffering so much. I've noticed that I've been like losing like chunks of my feed. So, it's just been an unnecessary pain in the butt. I do, but I don't know what I'm saying exactly. More like heart-based speak, not of the mind. Oh, that's exactly what light language is. When you speak light language, you're not using your mind to express what you're feeling. It's just coming out in whatever frequency is present for you at that moment. For me, I lately have had a lot of feline and dragon energies coming through today. It's been highly angelic. So I've been doing a lot of singing. When I work with angelic frequencies, they make me sing a lot. So I kind of have a feeling that the light language that's going to come through tonight is probably going to be in song. And even the music I was guided to use was my 444 hertz beat that I have. Actually, if you're interested in the background music, it's on this channel. It's the same music as the 7 chakra healing. I just have it playing in the background here. So you're actually receiving a healing right now as you're kind of experiencing this live stream just from the music. The music is healing you. So that's kind of a little extra goodie for just kind of showing up and being here. So light language can be, and it's so funny because I recently started a TikTok about a week ago because I always have these little tidbits of things that I want to say, and I really can't do much of that here on YouTube. I have to sit down and like do a whole drawn out video and explanation, and half the time we don't even do it. And so TikTok's been kind of a convenient application for that. So hi Tom, welcome, thank you for being here. One of the things that I posted today was talking about light language and how we kind of can experience light language differently. So, but anybody in the chat or anybody who's interested or curious about light language who's never had an experience with it, the way that I speak or sing light language is not the only form of light language. You can draw it, you can actually write it in symbols, it can come in the form of art and the form of dance, hand mudras, hand movements, any kind of working with energy or art, frequency, sound expression, essentially bringing information through using your expression. You're listening in the shower. Amazing. Is it the angels that bring the simple notes? I don't know. They are very harmonic. Like, it always sounds like choirs in my head. I've always heard these like beautiful choirs singing in my mind, and I've always wondered where they came from, and now I understand it more now. Especially when I really start tuning into the more angelic frequencies. They're very, very, very harmonic. Every time I'm here, I feel much better afterwards. Oh, thank you, JW, and thank you, John Benny. This music is on BandLab. It's one that's on there. I don't know if you've played around with it yet, but it's definitely on there for playing if anybody's interested. And anybody, who hasn't heard of BandLab yet, I have a BandLab, so it's kind of where I create a lot of these beats. And then I also have some of the beats that I created in the past using GarageBand uploaded on there as well. And you can just take them and fork them and kind of add to them and play with them and do whatever you want. And it doesn't really affect my track or do anything to it. I get to hear your kind of inspiration that you get from it. And it's a really beautiful way to collaborate with other artists and people who really aren't even that much into it, just kind of want to do it for fun. So don't be afraid. Collaborate with me. The link is in the information. Check it out. I speak to myself almost constantly now, light language and telepathy. Any pointers? Don't try to dictate what comes through. My biggest issue is sometimes I have the weirdest sounds come through and I'm like, I don't want to do that because it's kind of weird and it might freak people out. And that created some blocks for me and made it hard for me to speak light language. I actually started struggling to bring it through for a while there because I started becoming self-conscious about the sounds that were coming out. So I guess my biggest advice is to, that hump might show up and to just kind of not let it get to you too much and kind of try to work your way to the other side. Hi, Not So Fancy Nancy. Thank you for being here. Awake and activate. What time zone are you in? Hi, Katie. Oh, thank you for being here. I'm so glad to have you. Yeah, tonight we're not actually going to be dancing. I've been having a really, really hard week. I don't know about you guys, but it's been really shadow-filled week for me, and honestly, I really let it get the best of me, and so we're going to dance next week, and I'm going to kind of take my shadows that I've been dealing with this week, and then also what you guys have been dealing with, and I'm really going to incorporate it into a nice meditation, and I actually already have the music for it. If you do go to the BandLab, you can listen to the music. It's Shadow Stomp, which is why I called this this live stream that, because I really want to incorporate the two together. And I'm really excited to kind of see how it turns out because I've been playing around with some different ideas, and so it's gonna be different. It's gonna be very different. It's 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or it's at 10 p.m. No, it's 8 here, 8 p.m. here Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. You started playing with Shadow Stomp last night, John Vinny. Ah, I'm so excited! This is gonna be exciting. So anybody who hasn't checked out John Vinny yet, he does collaborations. Your week was brutal too. Oh my god, so you're feeling, oh my god. I have been crying all day, you guys. So if my eyes are kind of puffy and red and my face looks all that's why. I've been purging my ass off, hardcore. Oh, it's been rough. One thing I realized, especially being prominent Antares, starseed, is I get hit with the collective shadow hard when these activations come through, especially since I work with a lot of Aldeberan starseeds. I am almost like a trigger for a lot of you guys, and so our energies can become very chaotic. And so if we are not in awareness of what's happening, things can go awry. And so I've been dealing with a lot of that this week, and a lot of really kind of chaotic energy, shadow energy, and really having to do a lot of transmutation and realizing how I was drawing in those experiences through my own fears. It's like I can't even, it's like I have full responsibility for everything that I was experiencing as a projection, and then also as something I was magnetically drawing in through my own fear. Oh, thank you, Hannah Mori, thank you. You're so amazing. Thank you, Strawberry Time. Oh, you guys are such an amazing support system. I'm so grateful for all of you. Yeah, integration overload. That's only a tip of the iceberg. It's downloads, integrations, upgrades. My clairvoyance is it kind of went offline for a while, and it's been coming back online full force. Everything's been really intense. It's been really hard for me to kind of stay in this dimension, stay grounded. I've been kind of feeling like a frayed wire, kind of shorting out all the time. That kind of feeling when you're just I just can't right now. A lot of that this week. It's been a roller coaster week. Thursday, you felt super high, then Friday, very low. Been crying all week, very deep releasing, Katie. Oh my gosh, me too. Even earlier today, I told my husband I was making the kids food, and he's like, what's wrong? I was like, I just feel like I need to cry, and I have absolutely no reason to cry. It's building up inside of me, and I'm just I feel like I'm gonna burst. Last week, after your light language, I woke up in the middle of the night with a very stiff neck. You must have been clearing some massive energy. Me too. I for a good 2 or 3 days, clearing a lot of energy out of that chakra. I'm finally feeling a lot of the tension from my neck released out. And I did a whole lot of breath work to move that energy. It took a lot of breath work to really get that energy to move. And a lot of that is my own resistance. I have so much resistance when it comes to moving my blocks, and I didn't even realize it until I started understanding how the energy works inside my body, and how I essentially kind of keep the blocks in place through my own resistance. And so when I kind of feel myself resisting, removing that energy, that's when you get in the clairs. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that strong knowing. So claircognizance. Glitch has been getting claircognizance. So really strong knowings, deep knowings from within, where you're just it's your whole body you get chills from deep within. You just have a thought, and you're just holy, what? And you don't even have words to express how you just understood something you've been thinking about over and over and over, but you couldn't figure out, and all of a sudden you finally get it, and your whole body just runs through, just chills up and down, up and down, up and down. You're just what? And then you just have this intense knowing where you just feel like you just finally understand. It's so insane. You had a stiff neck also, so there's been intense energy coming through that chakra. A lot of people are really opening up to the higher chakras, the chakras beyond the 7 chakras, moving out of time and space, learning to take control of their thoughts, their mind, taking back your sovereignty. All of that energy that was essentially feeding through negative thought forms is being reprogrammed, being removed, being replaced with different energy. And it's up to you what kind of energy is going to essentially replace it. A grounding sheet. Yeah, you were telling me about that. You even sent me a picture, and if anybody wants to Google it, it's really interesting, and it makes a lot of sense. It's metal. You know how when you plug in a power strip and it has a grounding tool, so that when you use musical equipment or computer equipment, if there's an electrical disturbance or anomaly, it'll ground into the earth rather than into your electrical equipment. So this is similar type of thing when you use the grounding blanket, when there's all these like geomagnetic interferences. Like yesterday we were in 21 hours of KP0. That is strong cosmic ray energies coming in. Like if y'all felt like you were like couldn't function yesterday, it's because you probably couldn't. There was so much energy coming in that it was like you were either so creative you couldn't do anything else but create, or you just couldn't do anything but walk around in circles like a chicken with its head cut off. Change resistance to recreate. Yes, definitely. And I'm working on, you know, that whole resistance factor. I'm so stubborn, and it really comes from that heavy masculine energy I've had to work with my whole life, you know. Any other females out there that have strong masculine energy, like, you know what I'm talking about. Epiphanies are a sign of claircognizance. You're exactly right. Epiphanies are strong knowing. Claircognizance is a strong sense of knowing. Heightened, it's when you basically know things without having any other way of knowing it. It's like, the only way that I could explain it is occasionally, sometimes it's like I will have, it's like reading an article on Google. You wake up with this information as if you read an article, except for you never read the article. The article doesn't exist, but the information is there as if you read it in an article. Like, that's kind of how I receive my claircognizant downloads sometimes. It's like I have this information, and people are like, where'd you get that information? Like, it's just there. I can't explain it. Could that be why I couldn't sleep? Yeah, probably. It was insane. Hi, Emoji King. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to have you. Tree Hugger Dave, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Staying grounded and rooted into earth as source flows through. And it's so important because it keeps you from fraying. It keeps you from, like, just like when you have that your computer. Think of your body as that computer, and the energy coming in. The grounding wire is like that kind of that temperer. It tempers the energy so it doesn't fry you. Divine masculine feline is no joke. Yeah, right? For real. You were walking around so confused. Yeah, me too. I was trying to freaking get stuff done. I start one project, then move to another project, then another project, then another project. I had like 5 projects going at once. I don't think I finished anything. Your ears have been buzzing with different frequencies off the hook. Very intense for weeks, but today it's finally mellowed out. That's so interesting. Yeah, it's really been, the energy's been. And it's funny you mentioned the buzzing in your ears. I don't know about you guys, but I've been getting like itching, like deep inside, like where it feels like your head is, you know how like when you have like a vibration and it creates almost like a tickle? It almost feels like the inside of my head is vibrating and it's like tickling the inside of my ears. Does anybody else get that? Because it's so weird and it's like you can't do anything except for go like this. It's so weird. I haven't slept much. Feel like I have been awake even while asleep. Yeah, so I, for a while there, was doing really good at remembering my dreams, and then like last night and the night before, I blacked out so hard, like I don't remember anything, like nothing, like like it was insane. Like like I got up in the middle of the night and apparently changed my clothes at one point, and I don't remember doing that. I woke up in the morning and I'm like wearing different clothes, and I'm like, I asked my husband, I was like, did I get up last night? I'm wearing a different shirt. This is very strange. Plasma grounding. So that's so interesting you mentioned plasma again, because plasma has been a huge synchronicity. I see like energy in the air, and when there's like a lot of like cosmic ray energy, like plasma, or I don't know if it's plasma, it kind of looks like plasma to me. There's just like some kind of like, it's like a mist in the air, and it's just like everywhere. It's very colorful. Sometimes it's a little more purple and gray in places where the energy is not so good, and then other places it's very rainbowy and just bright, and it's just like, whoa. It's like, and you can see it moving around, and it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like being in a windstorm with no wind that's full of color. What kind of shadow healing do I have in mind? So I really want to focus on anything connected to how you feel about yourself, like how you feel about your body. Sexuality is going to be a big one, because that's been a huge shadow that I've been having to deal with. One of the things that has been a real struggle with me as a dancer is my body wants to move in ways that I don't want it to move because it feels too sexual to me. But my body like wants me to do it, so I resist. And so I've been fighting with that, and I've been trying to kind of release that resistance. So one of the things that I'm definitely going to be incorporating into the dance is releasing that resistance of wanting to stop our bodies from moving the way that they want to move. You want to shake your hips, you want to twist your body in a certain angle because it feels good to you, even if it looks weird. I want you to feel comfortable doing it. So we're going to be doing things like that to kind of release those shadows that are held within, that are kind of connected to how we feel about the way we look, the way we present ourselves to other people, the way we feel about our bodies, the way that we feel about presenting our physicality in any kind of form of expression, through dance, art, whatever. Lots of dreams lately. See, my dreams, I have just, it's like I'm blacking out when I go to sleep, like hardcore. I'm falling asleep with like that, and then waking up and not remembering jack. Like for at least a week now, I've been like literally blacking out in my sleep. It's been very strange. When you were younger, you were very masculine. I was extremely masculine as a child. And then around 17, 18, I got more into my feminine side. That was around when I met my husband. And really started getting more feminine, more girly, and then kind of flipping back again. And kind of coming back into more of my little bit more tomboyish side. And it's cool because my husband has always kind of been attracted to more like tomboyish type girls. So I was like almost like more like, I would go to his shows with him, and there would be all these girls in the mosh pit, and they'd be all like, you know, punk rocker, like hardcore ass chicks, and I'd always feel like I was too like soft, and I always almost like thought he always wanted me to be harder. And what I realized is that kind of the reason he like enjoys my company is because I can kind of be both of that. I can be kind of hard and hardcore and, you know, punk rocker, but also very soft and feminine. And I think that's because I kind of had more of that tomboyish self growing up, and then kind of became more feminine, and then kind of like brought both of them together as I got older. And now I'm able to kind of incorporate both sides into my being. So I'm a very masculine but also very feminine female. Yeah, you see it, Tom Yoon? For sure. Actually, I did the mohawk today. I don't know if any of you guys were in the live stream last week. I was saying I was going to do the mohawk. It's kind of stuck in my crown, but yeah. Maybe I'll put it up for something. It's a long mohawk. It's good, though. I'm super stoked on it. John, Benny, and I have dances around in the plasma field together. Oh, I believe it! Not so fancy Nancy. Oh my gosh. John is amazing in the astral. He's so fun to hang out with. Yeah, it's the violet flame when the masculine and feminine merge in the fire, in the heart. That's such an interesting synchronicity, because I was thinking about that, because I was like, blue and red make purple, and I'm always bouncing back and forth between blue and red, and I also really like purple, and I'm like, that's so interesting, because I was like, I'm so like into colors, and I communicate with colors. That's how, like, when I use my clairvoyance, a lot of the information that I bring through actually comes through in color. In the form of color. Like, not colored images, but like actual like plasma color that gives me information. It's interesting. Hi Nova Nova! Okay, so I thought I saw your name, and I thought I saw... Did I see Totally Cosmic Tracy come in? I did! Ah, you are here! Okay, cool. Hi, you guys! Welcome! Oh, thank you, Glitch. Thank you. I might put it up. Maybe I'll do that for a TikTok video. I actually had kind of an idea, because they have this like challenge going around where they have like, this is me normal, and then this is me with makeup. So maybe I'll do like me like this, like how you guys are used to seeing me, and then I'll put my mohawk up and do the red lipstick and black eyeliner. Maybe you guys can see my other side that you've never seen before. Do you think that's a glimpse of 5D? It's very possible. I was thinking about that because I was like, dimensions are kind of stacked next to each other, and we can experience multiple dimensions at once. So when your consciousness evolves, you're essentially seeing a higher spectrum of light. So when I start seeing things like energy, then my frequency spectrum has expanded. So that could be a form of, you know, experiencing the fifth dimension. So you're actually probably, you're on something there. And I am going to have to integrate and incorporate that more, because that was just kind of a random download that came through when I saw that. The plasma in 5D frequency, I'm not sure what that means. Tom Eden is super smart, you guys. If you guys want to like hear some highly esoteric, highly information, I've been kind of like peeking on some of his videos, and he's got some interesting, like he's got some intelligent theories going down. Lots to share. Thank you, Tom, for sharing your information with the collective. And I know I suck at commenting. Half the time I watch videos and never comment. You guys never even know I'm there. You haven't slept in 2 days either, but you're not tired. 100% fruit diet for the last week. Emoji King. I've been considering doing that because, you know, when I fast, sometimes I'll just do like juice fast because it helps keep my energy up. Then when I just do water fast, I get really, really tired. It's like I almost need the sugar from the fruit to keep me going. I feel really amazing when I do the juice fast. I think those are probably the ones I feel the best, is when I do the juice fasts. I lost myself there. Jade, I've experienced seeing beings that were not shadow, but plasma, very intense frequency when I watched it walk through in space. JW, that's kind of how I experience beings as well. When I see them clairvoyantly in my mind's eye, I don't see them as physical structures, as physical beings. When I do see things claircognizantly, like in the form of like you would see like a memory or like a glimpse of, like, you know how when you reflect on a person and you see them as a memory and you kind of remember what their face looks like, you remember what color their eyes are, what color their hair is, things like that. I can get claircognizant images of beings, entities, and spirits in that form, but also when I'm using like my third eye, when I see them in that form, when my eyes are closed and I'm looking at them with my third eye, they're like streams of like plasma and energy that has like a shape, but it's not like a solid physical structure. It's very much like as if you were looking at smoke or a flame that also had like a shape to it that would kind of, everything's always moving. Nothing's ever in one place, and it goes from over here and then over here and then right there and then back here, and it's always just like very flowing all over the place. That's just how and everybody experiences things differently. This is just how I experience things in that sense. You have dreams, but you don't care to remember. Oh, and some dreams, you know, it's just your subconscious working out things, and you don't necessarily need to remember them. It's like, do you want to? It's really like a choice, you know. Your brain does things while you're sleeping for you, whether you remember it or not. It does its own like form of healing. And that's one of the things that I also was learning in my dream hacking courses is how certain brain waves activate different parts of your brain. Like when you're in like your delta brainwave state, like I'm talking like 0.5 hertz, 1 hertz, 2 hertz state, you're working a lot with the parietal lobe. And then when you're in like theta state, you're working more in like the hippocampus. So it's going to work with different parts of your subconscious, trigger different types of memories. So you're going to be working with things maybe that you're dealing with right now in this reality, in this like from your day, or if you're really lit up like deep inside your mind in the hippocampus, you're going to be going into deep stuff deep inside of you, deep looking at traumas and even possibly past lives during dream state. Oh, no, you're not late to the party, totally cosmic, Tracy, not at all. So tonight's going to be totally mellow. It's been a really rough week for me, so I just couldn't do the dance meditation. I just didn't have it in me. I just didn't. Like, sometimes I just have to tell myself, no, don't push yourself when you can't do it, because then you're just not going to be able to bring through the energy that is needing to be brought through. So I was guided to just kind of be mellow and bring through the energy. I am going to bring some light language through in a little while once that kind of energy comes through and feels like it's ready. It was trying to come through earlier, but it's definitely backed off. You're the opposite now. The opposite. I must have missed. I must have missed the reference before that. Hannah Mori. I have been remembering all my dreams and waking up 2 or 3 times a night. Good. That's amazing. And have you been keeping a journal? Because one of the things that I realized when I started keeping a dream journal was there was random things, like I have a common theme. Almost always in my dreams, I'm in like an apocalyptic type of environment, and I'm almost always either surrounded by water or surrounded by like lava. So those are 2 things that are very, very common experiences that I have in dream state. And I'm almost always like helping people trying to like escape, or I'm trying to find somebody. Almost I get separated from my husband a lot in my dreams, and I'm always trying to find him, or I'll like try to call him and I can't get the numbers to go in right, or it's like I'm trying to help people and I can't stay awake, I keep falling asleep, and so I feel like I'm like letting people down because I can't help them because I can't stay awake. Stuff like that. It's very strange. You're trying to repair your masculine side, Hannah Mori. I'm trying to repair both of my masculine and my feminine sides. I feel like that's why I took on both roles in this incarnation, being very an androgynous female, and not being, and really having to experience like kind of extremes of both forms, like really hating being female, like really, really despising it, and then learning to love it, and then kind of like hating it again, and then learning to love it, and then hating it again, and then really kind of trying to find a middle ground. And that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm just trying to find that middle ground. Schumann Hertz going up to 1,000, we become the suns. Interesting. That's so interesting. Can the Schumann resonance get that high? I mean, yeah, I guess we would just like blast out of this dimension. That's so interesting, Treehugger Dave. I have been following the Schumann resonance for about a year, And it's so interesting, and there's still so much to learn about it. There really is. John Binney, for the last couple weeks, I have not been able to sleep. Maybe that's why I've slept so much this week. That's possible. Let's see. Sorry, trying to move things around so I can read your guys' chat better. It jumps every time I touch the screen and then brings me, and then I get lost in the chat and I have to find where I was again just to try to stay. So if I miss anybody in the I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry if I miss you guys. Alright. Yes, I want 1 meter fingers so I can itch inside my ears and brain. So you're getting like itchy brain too. Oh my god, it's so weird. It's so weird. I'm like, I don't know how to make it stop, except for it's like my head is vibrating from the inside, so it's like there's not really much you can do about it. Like, I guess it's just the energy moving. I should be grateful. Stop being ungrateful. That's one of the things I've been really catching myself is I complain a lot. I complain about things a lot, and it's like, no wonder I'm always in pain. I need to stop complaining about being in pain all the time. I'm just like asking for more pain. You've been getting frog synchronicities. Oh, cool. Oh my gosh. Frogs. I love frogs. I must have gotten really far back into the chat again. I'm like so lost right now. I'm sorry, guys. You think a goth fairy would be really cool? I did go through a phase where I was like black eyeliner. I'm talking like the black, not just black eyeliner, like black eyeshadow. And like dark burgundy lipstick. My thing for a while. Especially when I first started performing on stage. I did really black eyes. Dark burgundy lipstick, and I would wing them out really far, and people thought I was Asian. I mean, I look kind of Asian already because I got just like a tiny little bit. But when I do the yeah, it's pretty hardcore. I have gone through so many phases. Like I have experienced and expressed like every style out there. I'm super multifaceted. Forrest, thank you for being here. I'm glad you like the mohawk. I'm super excited. I just shaved it today, so I haven't even had a chance to light it up yet and see. I know it's gonna be big because when I pull it up and turn my head to the side, it's gonna be really cool. I'm so excited. So, you guys will get to see that soon, hopefully. I'm gonna have to get some like super spiking gel. I have some spiking gel, but I don't think it's gonna be spiky enough because my hair is so long. It's gonna be a big mohawk. It was real life with John. We really danced out in Plasma Field last night. Oh, at a SETI! He was telling me about that. That's amazing. And I actually think he showed me some videos of some people dancing with orbs. That might have been you. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, there was some incredible energy coming through in that video. I could see it. I was just like, whoa. John Binney, is that the video I'm talking about? Like, let me know. 8:33, it's 8:44 here. That means I'm 10 minutes behind on the chat. That's pretty bad. Sorry, guys. He does have footage of it on his channel, so it must have been the one that I saw. All 5 senses working together, synesthesia, 5th dimension, awareness, perception. And it's so interesting. We were talking about synesthesia. I got it. I said it. We were talking about it a couple live streams ago, and then Sapiens posted a synesthesia. It was so interesting. It's like an energetically encoded audio, so you can actually experience it through the audio, kind of like how I do my energy healing audios. He does the same type of thing, but he does like different experience. Cool channel called Dream Seeds, and so he'll do like, I think he has like different areas that he'll go and just essentially capture their energy on audio, and you can essentially like, it's like you're there. You kind of get to tune into the frequency, the energy. It's really cool. The channel's called Dream. I'll throw a link in the comments after this thing's over. Yeah, Hannah Moore, you and Tom Eden would probably resonate with each other very well. You guys have very minds are very highly developed, so you would be able to have some deep chats. Oh, that link. So anybody who's interested in checking out the video of Nancy, Not So Fancy Nancy, dancing in like straight up plasma orbs, like you can see the energy on this video, like it's insane. Go ahead and check the link out. Katie, I have been doing this up for 3 days at a time, but not tired. We are changing into our energy bodies at this time. It is a good thing. I agree. It totally is. Oh my gosh. And even when I'm like tired and I'm working through shadows, it's like the hardest times. And it's so funny because these activations have always been just like, so it's like tower freaking moments for me. But I always like expand so much that I'm like grateful for all these, like, it's like, oh, I feel like I self-sabotaged and did all this stuff, but then looking back on it, like, it felt like self-sabotage at the time, but it actually was something that needed to happen in order to get me out of whatever energy I was in at that moment, me into a better frequency. So it was so important that I had that tower experience. So when I go through these times when I'm just like crying all day and I'm just feeling like I just can't function, I can't get myself into a place where I can feel happy, that's always really hard. And then like once I get rid of all that stuff, because it's like I do a lot of thinking, like, why do I feel this way? Where is this coming from? Where are the parallels? What's feeding into this energy? That's when the real healing starts. And then it's like once you get through all of that, it's like it's like getting it's lifted off from your body. It's like physical aches and pains that were there aren't anymore. It's like for me, I get so much pain in my back and my shoulders and my neck. When I finally clear that energy is how I know, because it's like if I go like this and I'm like all stiff and I know that there's still energy stuck there. When I feel like I've been doing the work, I don't have that kind of pain. That's a big indicator for me. It's like feeling that stuck pain inside my body, that energy that won't move. Pain every now and then as the energy is moving is good. It's when it's stuck and it won't move. That's when you're like, okay, something's gotta happen. We gotta do some work. Holy Rebellion of the Wise. So beautiful ones, such an amazing time to be here. Let light and love and power restore the plan to you all so very much. Thank you for being here, Holy Rebellion. Thank you. That was beautiful. Uh-oh. My computer froze. Shoot. I gotta try to find you guys again. Plasma shoots out of my eyeballs as purple blobs. Pretty cool stuff. Ah, that's so cool. Oh, I love hearing about your guys' experiences. Hi, Rita. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I love having you. Okay, I'm going to try to do jumping on me again. I have the hardest time with this chat. Thank you so much for, like, putting up with me, guys. Okay. Gangsters, gangsters, galactic gangsters, you got it. Yes, I journal. You journal every night. I know you were trying to say something there. Everything is coming together beautiful. Eyes in the sky and hearts everywhere. Yay! Oh, I know, I've been seeing amazing things in the sky, and if anybody is curious about that dragon picture that I was talking about a couple live streams ago, I used it for the thumbnail of last week's live stream. So that thumbnail of the dragon for last week's live stream is a picture I took of a dragon in the clouds outside my house. Or no, it wasn't outside my house. It was at my... but up in the sky. So check that thumbnail out. And then also look for the little triangle. Look for the little triangle. It's really cool. 8:33, the ones who bring out the best in us is our best friends. I love it. One of my favorite nightmares is running away from raptors. Oh, wow. So you have dreams about dinosaurs. That's so interesting. Strawberry time. Wow. That's so interesting. Because, okay. Oh, I'll just have to save this for another video. So I've been picking up on some really interesting stuff that I'm just going to have to wait for another video. Really connected to symbolism and like dinosaurs and anything connected to like reptilian consciousness and how it's kind of connected to the medulla oblongata part of our brain. But I don't want to go into that too much right now because that's like going to come in the future. But if you want to do a little bit of research on your own time, check out the medulla oblongata, the connection to the reptilian brain, and then see what resonates with you. And hopefully when I bring that information through, you'll have a little bit of a backstory. So thank you for that synchronicity. That's just kind of I love synchronicities like that. When I have thoughts kind of running through my head, like something I want to share, and then somebody says something like that just like kind of confirms that it's something that kind of needs to come through. Thank you, Strawberry Time. I'm gonna take a drink of water real quick. Excuse me. Clearing. That's how it is with me and masculinity. Oh, okay. Love Mother Earth. Become in the sun. Becoming the sun. Maybe check chat on your iPhone. Then the screen won't be up. I was trying to do it on my phone before, and there was such a lag, and I was actually missing so many comments because it was only bringing up, like, I don't know, it was weird. It was only bringing up certain people in the chat, and then it was completely skipping over other people, and I wasn't even seeing them until the replay. So I was afraid to use my phone today because I didn't want to miss anybody in the chat. I just, like, I've been having a little bit of a hard time with that. And so I apologize to anybody if you're feeling like left out or anything like that. Yeah, a Liberty Hawk, is that what it's called, a Liberty Hawk? It's definitely big, but it's like, the biggest part is really right here, and then it kind of is a little bit shorter in the front and in the back. 11:44, Glitch. Hi, Deliana, thank you for being here. Hey, guess what, Del? I did it, I hawked it. Hi, God's Chosen. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And speaking of people who always get missed in the comments, I've seen yours and Conscious Evolution's comments get missed so many times, too. For some reason, I don't see them when I'm looking at them on my phone, but when I see the replay, all of a sudden it's like you're there, and I'm like, I never even said hi, and I feel bad. Stay grounded as the tree while source flows through, collectively, vibrationally perceive divine mind of logos. It gets intense. Yeah. Intense. Intense is a good word. Intense is a good word for that. Emoji King was just talking about galactic gangsters, synchronicity. Did she post a video? I'll have to check out her channel. I've tried my best to see every of John Binney awesome songs and collaborations. Every one of John Binney's awesome. Yes, John Binney is amazing. And he puts out a new song every day. Like, I can't even keep up with you, John. Like, I try. I watch a lot of your videos because I just enjoy your music, and your vibration just kind of changes the entire room, the entire space, and I really love that. I really appreciate that, and I'm grateful for you and for the things that you do for the collective, everybody, and it's just, I'm grateful for you. I am. And Deliana, John Binney and Deliana are two of the people that I've collaborated with a couple times in the past. And you guys were there for me when I was going through some, like, dark transformation. It was like a moment I went through. And you guys kind of helped me really pull through that. So I'm so grateful for you guys for that. I just want you to know from my heart, that I am grateful. Yeah, I love Galactic Gangsters too. She's awesome. She's so funny. She's, like, we could totally, I wish she wasn't so far away. Yeah, shout out to Jess. I'll have to swing by her channel and see what she's posted recently. She did post a video that just made me hard. I've never laughed so. I actually watched it like probably 4 or 5 times because it made me laugh so hard. But it was like she did like it was like a Snapchat kind of feed, like when you open your third eye too far, and it was just the funniest thing I've ever seen. So you guys should check it out. Check out her channel. She's hilarious. I love her. She's awesome. Let's see if we can get this to work. Oh, come on, work, please. My computer is being such a pain. Thank you guys for being so patient with me. Oh, good night, Glitch. Thank you for being here. I know it's super late where you are. I'm so glad that you were here. I know we didn't do any like activations or meditations. We just kind of chilled, but I'm glad to have you. And anybody, check out the store. I know there's really only a couple items left of mine and Glitch's collaboration, but we are starting some new products, and it's going to be really exciting. And it's all because of you, all of you that bought stuff from the line, from the collaboration. The only reason that we're able to continue this and bring in more stuff is because of all of you. So I just want you to know, you guys are the ones that did this, that made this happen for me and Glitch. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. and sweet dreams, bud. See, I'm going to back up a little bit in the chat. I'm so far behind. Okay, let's see. I found a comment on her post, and I said hello at Deliana Augur. I can never say that. Auguries. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I'm so bad with words. This is a roundup of souls for a higher unified purpose. Exactly. And when we have these collective chats, like all of us here in the meditation, in the chat, we're not even meditating technically, but we're all contributing our energy. We're all working together. We're talking about we're raising our vibration together, and as we're doing that, we're raising the vibration of the overall collective, Gaia, everyone, everything. These are very powerful. Even if it doesn't seem like we're doing anything, we're doing a lot. This is powerful. These little get-togethers we have every Friday, even when we don't meditate, even when we aren't doing an activation, we're still healing ourselves. We're still healing Gaia. We're still working powerfully. It's pretty amazing. Speaking of healing, we lost our healing tunes. Oh, because my phone started ringing. That must be why. We'll put those back on. We've been going for an hour already. Holy mackerel, you guys. That went by so fast. I can't believe it. I'm like, I just realized we haven't even done like a meditation or anything yet, and it's already been an hour. I feel like this kind of has been a little bit like a kind of a collective, conscious, awake, active meditation. You have a photo of a phoenix dragon cloud? Amazing, amazing. I wish there was a way that you could share photos in the comments. That would be awesome. YouTube needs to get on that. If you have Facebook, follow me on Facebook, and then you can like share it there or something. I'm Seraphina Faye on Facebook. Think it might be the reptilians. There could be some symbolism there, but I think that there's a lot more to it. But definitely I got a big download really connected to the reptilian mind and kind of how it feeds into the collective consciousness and how we also experience it in imagination play and then also in dreams, and how that kind of works with us to help us kind of grow and expand and kind of explore some of the things that maybe are frightening to us, because that's part of our growth and our expansion. You'll make a YouTube and post it tomorrow. Yes, thank you. And I'll have to make sure I'm subscribed. And for some reason, I realized that a lot of people that I was subscribed to, I'm not anymore. But I'm still subscribed to you guys on my other channel, so that's so strange. It's like I was getting notifications for people on my other channel, but not on this one. So I have to go through and make sure I'm still subscribed to all of you guys. So if you get random subscribes from me tomorrow, then you're probably one of the that got unsubscribed from me. So, something weird's going on with YouTube lately. That's some weird shit. I've had some weird stuff happening lately. I just can't even explain. You have a positive reptilian guide. She's called. There's a lot of positive reptilians out there. So if anybody wants to say that there's no such thing, then they don't understand kind of how a soul can evolve and how essentially a race can evolve. So. Always be open to the understanding that there is a good and a bad to every race, every frequency. The sooner that we can really kind of release the judgment we have of a specific extraterrestrial race or frequency based on collective programming's perspectives, the sooner we can grow and expand and kind of release those lower vibrational attachments. Felt guided to share this. Apologize if it bothered a video. If anybody wants to check out this video, JW posted a video. I'm not sure what it's about because he did not say. But he says he apologizes if it bothers anybody. Get some of that magic source juice. I'm really bad with names. I am too, JW. I suck at names. Pronouncing them, trying to remember them. Definitely not one of mine for sure. Is it possible I was a Neanderthal in a past life? Oh yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh. And there's people that still carry Neanderthal blood. Like, you can see it in their face. You could see it in their brow. Like, a prominent frequency that's present now in this reality. People existing with Neanderthal characteristics. We need to clear out them tech gremlins. Yeah, there's some serious, interesting things going on in the tech world. We won't get too deep into that, but some of you know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Hannah Mori. Energetic group hug. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Magnetic sun. Yeah. That's another synchronicity. That's a word I've been hearing over and over in my head, like over and over. Good night, Bert. Thank you, Bert and Aisha. Thank you for being here. I'm all for you guys and your energy and your presence. Thank you. Catching up to Vinny. Good night, Aisha. You literally just got back from Feyland. Oh my gosh. I miss being able to like explore the forest. I used to go to Mount Shasta a lot. My grandparents had a house. They passed away. They no longer have a place there. Had a place in Pondosa, and so Shasta is a huge. I'm just getting chills thinking about it, and there's so much fairy energy there. So anybody who's been to Mount Shasta and connects with fairy energy, like that forest, like even just driving my whole body starts to vibrate just driving through that area because the energy is so powerful, so strong. The Fae energy is so intense. You can feel it vibrating through every aspect of your being, just driving through that. You don't even have to get out of the car. It's just literally driving through it. You can feel it. You can feel like when you start, when you get in, when you get out. Especially like Dunsmuir area. Like Dunsmuir is hardcore, like energetic, like vortex for fairy energy. You want to know? You look forward to hearing more? Well, I'll definitely, I'll try to get a video out this week on it. If I can get, YouTube AI is unsubbing people. Yeah, I've heard that too. It's very strange because I lost a lot of subscribers. Just randomly. I wasn't even posting any videos, and I was just losing a ton of subscribers, and then I started getting them back when I started kind of live streaming. I think that made a big difference. Maybe it's just connecting with people. Maybe I was just losing that connection. But I was also unsubbed from people that I was subbed to, so I know it's not just me. Oh, no, I know you didn't mean all reptilians. Hanamori, sorry. Are there any other iridologists? I'm not sure what an iridologist is. I'll have to look that up. What is an iridologist? Are you an iridologist? Emoji King? You have to tell me what that means. There's not enough human YouTube, so it's run by AI now. That makes sense. Reading the iris of... Oh, so you can read somebody's iris. Like, you can tell something about them? Like, I don't know if you can see my eyes. I feel weird. Can you see my eyes? I'm not trying to freak you guys out. The video I posted was a hot energetic. Oh, hoop dance. Oh, I have to check that one out. You have a manted guide if you want to talk about not understood. Oh, me too. So I have, and you know what's so funny? It's like people talk about mantis being scary. It's like the one that I see looks like a freaking big ass fairy. Like, what is so, like, it does not look scary at all. Its energy is like pure love, like the purest love frequency I've ever felt in my life. It's like getting blasted with healing frequencies. It's like your mom wrapping her arms around you. Like that kind of like loving feeling is what I get when I connect with my mantis guide. So it's like I'm being dark and scary. I'm like, maybe you connected with, you know, a negative polarized aspect of a mantis being an experience, but that doesn't mean they're all like that. Deep in the woods. Yes, Shasta is powerful in many ways. I never even knew its connection to Inner Earth either until very, very recently. Iridology is cool. I'm very interested. Very interested. It's a purity. Are you talking about the mantid, their energy? It's very pure. Like, they literally, to me, I'm just going to describe what it looks like to be. Okay, imagine, like, kind of like a praying mantis, but imagine that in just like the form of like a bright white light, and it's still kind of got the longer arms, but it's like a long, tall light. It's like a light with like kind of longer streams of energy, and it's just like when you connect with it, it's like it hits you right here in the heart, and you just like feel this intense love, like, and it's a very maternal feeling, like it's a very maternal frequency, like, and it can get very playful too. That's the one other thing is it becomes very, I think that it reminds me so much of fairy energy, like they're like big fairies to me, like the mantis beings that I've connected with. Like, my mantis guide is like a big white fairy. And even when I channel the mantis, like, the sound is very like playful and kind of very tickery. It's super playful. It makes me feel like laughing when I channel mantis. A gray mantis. So mine wasn't gray, but I know that they come in all different forms and colors, just like every forms and colors. Like, not all felines are one type. It's like they're all different. Light gray, metallic. With yours is light gray, metallic, almost light. Okay, so yours is a light gray, metallic. That is so cool. That's so interesting. Okay, cool. Awesome. That's so awesome. So does it like kind of, so like it literally seems like they're like bursting light from within. Like when I see them as yours like that, like it's so interesting. Like they're illuminated from within. It's like they're creating the light almost. I don't know how to explain it. It's so strange. It's such a cool feeling though to be around. I think one of my favorite things about waking up and kind of seeing beyond the veil is getting to experience energies, all these other beings and frequencies, entities that are essentially not human, and just really kind of being able to cross that threshold of my consciousness that was blocking me before, that was trying to be like, it's all in your imagination, it's all in your head, and you're losing your mind. And now that I can that, it's like I can really embrace the beings that connect with me, and it's beautiful. I love it. Just hanging out with my friends. I've been thinking about Fairy's dragon all week. Aww. Sent the photo to Facebook Messenger. Okay, so I have a really hard time with Facebook Messenger. You have to be patient with me. Every time I open it, I have to literally like uninstall it and reinstall it just to open a message. Like if I close it, I have to uninstall it and reinstall it to open a message. There's something really glitchy on my phone. The app and the phone just won't communicate with each other. Well, I will check it out on my computer if I have to. Because that's what I've been having to do, is get on my computer to get on my Facebook Messenger. You've always wanted a fairy friend. I'll be your fairy friend. Love and light in a neutral, pure way. Yes. I love the connection with our galactic friends. Me too. Honestly, like, I've always been like very kind of different and weird, but I've always had just this deep love and desire and want to experience extraterrestrials. Like when I was a kid, I was super into aliens. I loved watching X-Files. I loved that show. Like most kids watch X-Files and it scares the shit out of them. For me, I was like so interested in it. It was just like it blew my mind. I was just like so into it. There was a period of time when I was a kid where, and I think that it was probably connected to maybe some visitations that I was dealing with as a child that I didn't, want to, that were scary. So for a pure walk by a window at nighttime if the curtains were open, because the darkness outside would scare me. And I eventually got over that, and I know now why I experienced that. It's connected to just some experiences that I had with star family and visitations, which can be really scary, especially when you're a kid. And it can affect you in ways that maybe weren't intended, but we all get over them. But now I love connecting with my star family and connecting with the different ETs and connecting with other people's ETs and guides. Like, I've done healings for people and had their ET guides come in. I was doing a healing for my sister one time, and I was working in her root chakra, and this fish man just shows up in my mind's eye. And I'm like doing the recording for her. I'm recording everything. I'm like, ooh, well, a fish man just showed up, and I'm like describing what he looks like to her on the recording. And when I went back and re-listened to the recording, I was like, okay, so I'm going to try to figure out if there's a race out there that looks like this fish man that I described. And I ended up finding one on the internet, and it was funny because the picture that came up looked exactly like what I was seeing, and it was the Uomos, and they're like a Syrian, because I knew he was from Sirius, and I knew he was like a fish man. And so it was like so interesting that I was able to find that after the experience, like the race, the Uomos, I don't know if I'm saying that right, and that they were from Sirius. So it's like what I was seeing and the information that I was getting from him was all accurate and correct. And I was just like, it was just confirmation that it's not me. Like, for a while, I literally thought I was, like, mentally unstable and needed to be in, like, an insane asylum. I was like, I'm seeing things, I'm hearing things, I'm experiencing things that I'm not supposed to be, and I think I'm losing it. Oh, isn't that the joys of waking up, though? Your reptilian guide is standing outside of your house protecting you. That's amazing. Star Trek. Oh, I love Star Trek too. I was so into Star Trek. For real. V. What is V? I'm not sure what that is. Is that... I'm assuming it's a show, but I just don't know. Your friend was having that same problem with Messenger? Okay, that's so weird. So it's not just me. You could say it's a glitch that needs to be soothed. Glitch would like that one. Too bad he's sleeping. He missed that reference. X-Files, yeah. I love X-Files. I've actually considered going back and rewatching them now as an adult from a different perspective. I'm sure they just probably wouldn't be as good though. Always that way, isn't it? Your reptilian guide is like your bodyguard. That's awesome. So I have like a werewolf bodyguard. Actually, I have three. So I had a vision one time when I was going through some really intense stuff. And I was in a meditation, and I was actually under a lot of attack. Spiritual, and it was actually stuff that I was drawing in through my own fear of people essentially thinking that I was bad, that I was a bad person, because I was like seeing a lot of my negative aspects, kind of seeing past lives where I wasn't such a good person, such good energy, where I was essentially, I guess, what you would call like a negative, and it was really hard for me to deal with that, and I was feeling very much like everybody I was connecting with at the time was thinking I was evil. Yeah, that's one of those weird things you go through when you're really kind of waking up. But I had this vision. I was essentially sitting at a campfire on the ground meditating, and I had three werewolves. Like, my back was turned to them, their backs were turned to me. They were like essentially like standing with their arms like this, like guarding me as I'm like sitting there by a campfire meditating. And there was a person out in the woods like hiding behind the trees, and they were like protecting me from this energy that was kind of trying to invade my space. And it was a very interesting experience. So the werewolves, I have a lot of love for them. They're so misunderstood. They really are. There's so many bad things out there about them, written about them, about their energies, about their frequencies, just like dragons. Werewolves are a little more, there's a lot of negative stuff about them. They're so misunderstood. It just makes me sad. I have so much love for them. I really do. Future iridology practitioner, you never know. I have picked up so many new things just in a year that I've learned. I've taken courses in neuro-linguistic programming, hypnotherapy, several different types of hypnosis, so Ericksonian, progressive, and then quantum hypnosis, like all kinds of different types of hypnosis. Also took courses in astral projection, dream hacking, brain hacking, body hacking, EFT tapping, TFT tapping. I've got all kinds of new things that are going to be coming through. I'm incorporating into my business. My business that I'm developing, I guess now, kind of through these experiences. And I'm always going to keep it accessible for people. So if you ever need to connect with me, you need assistance from me, but you don't have monetary exchange, don't be afraid to reach out to me, because we can always work something out, because I'm always down to help. And I've always been kind of the type of person that could never ask for help because I could never afford it. So I never want to be that. I never want that to be something that prevents us from working together. Mm-hmm. V was scary. I watched it through the crack of my bedroom door when I was supposed to be in bed when I was a kid. I've never even heard it. I'll have to check it out. Sci-fi ain't so-fi. V is an alien show from the 90s. Interesting. V was a sci-fi miniseries in 88, maybe. Or 80s, like around 83, 84. Okay, interesting. I'm definitely going to have to check that out. Faery, is it like Fluffy from Harry Potter? Fluffy. Oh, the dog Fluffy. I don't know. My werewolves were like men with dog heads. Like they were full man bodies. Muscular. And then like werewolf head. So maybe they weren't werewolves. Maybe they were just dog men. But they were protecting me. And I felt so protected by them because I was literally like falling apart, sabotaging everything in my reality. And so when I had that vision and just like felt them there, like even after the vision was over and I could still feel their presence, I could still tune into their energy. And anytime I felt unsafe, I just like tune into that, remember that vision, remember that feeling, and then just feel safe again. It was just like nothing could get to me through them in that moment. Most things are misunderstood. Yeah, I agree. Especially the things that we perceive as negative often are misunderstood. And I'm really hoping, and that's one thing that I also had to deal with is I deal with a lot of trolls. And I kind of knew this was going to happen because of the kind of the frequencies that I bring through. I work with a lot of primordial energy. I work with a lot of powerful energy, and it can be scary for people, and they don't understand it, and they'll say things that they just don't understand. I'm not demonic. I'm not. I'm like, I'm not. So when people say that to me, it hurts, but then I also have to realize that they're dealing with their own shadows too. And I knew getting into doing this light language thing that people weren't going to be able to accept it. There was going to be a lot of people that weren't going to be able to accept it. And so every now and then it will come around and remind me that I have to realize that and not let it affect me too much. owls get a bad rep, but I very much get along with owls. I've always had good things happen when I see them. One of my guides is an owl man. My guide Sawyer is an owl man, and he's amazing. Yes, dogmen, amazing warriors. So maybe it was a dogman. Maybe I'll have to look into that. John Binney, if you have any information or you've connected with them, and I would love to know more. I really would. It's just like their energy was so powerful and so protective, and I'm so grateful. So grateful. It is all perception, for real. Yeah, don't recommend V. Did they look like Anubis? It's possible. They weren't like dressed up like Anubis, but I mean, they were definitely more gruffy, like werewolfy, like they were intense. That's I think why I was thinking werewolf, but their bodies were very muscular, like if you can imagine a very, very muscular dog man with his arms crossed. That's what I saw. And Anubis was in my soul energy when I got a soul reading. So I know that he is very much a frequency I'm connected to. And when I was looking into my Egyptian lifetime and I was connecting with Zepatiri, he actually showed up in my vision. He just like showed up randomly and then went away. And I always wondered why he was there, and I could never figure out why was Anubis there. I mean, I know he's connected to Egypt and the underworld, and there's something there, and I haven't quite figured it all out yet, how that's all connected. But then when I got the soul energy portrait reading and he was there too, I was like, I know there's more to Anubis, that I still have to explore that connection. There's a very powerful connection there that I still have to explore, I just don't understand yet. You love Oreos? Oreos? Or owls? Were you trying to say owls or Oreos a type of owl? Trolls are energy vampires. They really are. And they always like say things like trying to be nice. And they like give the little prayer hand things. I'm like, that's a freaking high five anyways. High five your juicy ass. Sorry, no offense. I'm sorry. I'm spicy today. I'm freaking spicy. Sorry, guys. A couple you're excited to go visit one since the snow melt, the owls? I think that's what you're talking about, JW. Not Oreos, owls. That's what I thought. Yeah, right, Hannah Mori. I know. Like if you actually got to know me, you wouldn't think that. You're basing your perception on what you're seeing because you don't understand what you're seeing. And I've had to really let that go. I've had to just let it just wash away, not let it affect me. I love the devil. Whatever. You can be demonic and I'll still love the shit out of you. I love everybody. Have a beautiful night, Deliana. Thank you for being here. The stones start you up. The Rolling Stones. I'm not concerned with what people think because I know what I know, and I know owls are friendly. I love owls, and I've never ever felt like negative. Owls are so wise. They're so wise. They have such a wise energy. tones more like, oh, okay, the tones, like toning. I will just listen to like pure sine wave tones, like sometimes not even just music, just like because I have Audacity on my computer, so I'll just create like a pure sine wave, whatever hertz I want to do, and then I'll put a binaural beat, whatever binaural I want to that, and then I'll use like either pink or white noise with that, and I just create my own track like right there to whatever it is that I want to work on, and just like sit there and listen to like that tone in my head as I'm meditating. And I have seriously gotten such powerful results just from that. Like nothing, like not even encoding any energy into it, nothing, just a straight tone. Just a frequency with a little bit of binaural beat and some pink noise or white noise or something in the background to kind of block out everything going on out there. Kids yelling, screaming, neighbors banging doors, you know, apartment life. You're ready. 350 a reading. Oh my gosh. That's a lot. But thank you. Thank you. You're so sweet, Emoji King. Wolfie looking, got it. Whoa, cool. You got an Anubis vision. You're ascending. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Anubis, he popped in like early on too. I think that's why I connected a lot with Egypt, was because some of the first beings that I ever even saw were like Anubis and Thoth and Isis and the pyramids, and I was just like, there's something there. And I know that there was a lot of energy that I was tied to, like, that I had to heal from Egypt, but also a lot of energy that was just important on a soul level for my growth. Oh, you don't charge money. Oh, I really don't. Like, I know I have prices on all my appointments and stuff like that, but to be perfectly honest, I've never actually charged anybody. I just have that so that it will kind of ward off the people that want to make appointments with me and then just don't show up, and so I'm not wasting my time. Yeah, you know what's funny, and that was a thought I had too, Hannah Mori, was even the trolls, like, sometimes your, like, worst enemies are actually your biggest fans. So I've always, like, left the comments, even the mean ones. I've thought about deleting them, and then I was like, why? Good night, Deliana. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Paying it forward for good karma. Exactly. From when you were a Neanderthal. I feel like a lot of why I'm so service to others too is because I think I did a lot of service to self lifetimes that I'm kind of making up for. And I really felt a lot of that when I started connecting with people who kind of maybe didn't have such a good experience with me in other lifetimes, and have to kind of work through that energy and transmute it. And a few of you have actually stuck through that intense energy and stayed with me and transmuted it, and we've become very close and become very good friends, and our souls have been able to heal through that interaction. It's hard for me to understand not being able to sense energy now. Yeah, I couldn't imagine going back to that feeling of not even just seeing energy. Even if if I'm like kind of in a lower state and I can't see the energy moving in my space, I get a little bit worried. I'm like, why can't I see the energy? What is throwing off my vibration right now to the point where I'm not able to see the energy? Like, it's weird almost not being weird. It's weird being normal. I don't want to go back. Oh, Tom, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to be creating much more music. My music is everything, and my higher self has made it very apparent that my music is really going to be a huge driving force behind kind of keeping me focused, keeping me motivated, and keeping me creating new content, and really healing the collective through music, through harmonics, and through the sound, frequency, and light transmissions that come through my being. Yeah. Well, I guess we're probably not going to do the light language tonight because it was just going to be a chat, and that is okay because I have a light language video coming for you guys here in a couple days. Maybe I'll even do it tomorrow for the Aldeberan stargate. So, but we have been going for an hour and 36 minutes, so if we want to start wrapping it up, that's cool. Unless you guys want to keep hanging out. We still have 13 people in the chat. Holy mackerel. Oh my gosh. Thank you all for being here. These lives have been impressive. I'm so grateful for this community and for being able to connect with you guys. I mean, we can do do you want light language? We can do a quick one. Do you guys want some light language? Because if you guys want some, I'd be more than happy to bring some. So you just gotta let me get tuned in. Yeah? Let me know in the chat if you guys want to hear some light language. Because we got 13 people in here. Hi, you want out? Let me let my cat out. Yes? Alright, so we can do light language. Oh. Get some sound. How's that? Is that too loud? Probably. There we go. Okay. So, I am going to grab my stones. I'm just going to... Alright, so go ahead and just take a nice deep breath. Breathing in through the heart center. Allow the energy to fill your space. Allow the breath to relax your body. Continue taking nice deep breaths. So visualize a golden white light surrounding your entire body, filling your space, surrounding you with love, surrounding you with light, surrounding you with protection. Oh, sorry. I just wanted to make sure because I know it's going to stop in just a minute. I'm getting towards the end. Now I want you to visualize an anchor dropping from the base of your spine, dropping all the way down, wrapping around Gaia's crystal heart. I'd like to call in Archangel Nathanael, Archangel Michael, and Archangel Uriel. And join me now in this light language transmission. We bring through some light codes and activations for healing. I say something flash by me? I don't know if it was just me. Owls have huge irises, easy to read. Pigeons are difficult. I'll have some foot reflexology. Ooh, oh my gosh. So so many synchronicities. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me turn this down. So, MysticSpiderman, I was in one of his meditations and he was doing these like foot massages during the meditations and talking about how we can connect to different parts of our body through our feet, and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy is a freaking genius. So I think his YouTube channel is Skull Babylon, something like that, Skull Babylon. But he is MysticSpiderman on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll have to link his channel below because he did this meditation. He does one every morning at 7 a.m. and he was talking about the feet, and he was like massaging his feet in this meditation and talking about how you can connect with different parts of your body through your feet. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's so right. Because sometimes I will push on my feet to relieve energy in different parts of my body just intuitively. Who doesn't love a good foot massage? Oh my god, I love foot massages. A powerful dragon entity came through in my meditation just now. Lunchester was there. Names were blasting the dark entities surrounding a friend's family. That's so crazy you said dragon because dragon came through when I was speaking light language. Did you guys check? Did you guys feel that dragon energy that came through? Like, oh, when that energy comes through, it's so powerful because it hits that root chakra so hard and it like lights up that kundalini like fire. I'm so glad you said that because that's insane. I will accept gifts of fruit. I give astral love hugs. Vinny is back. I think I missed a bunch of stuff. Angels coming in. Yeah, you saw the angels. They're here. They're still here. They're hanging out. 944 light working call out. Nice. Perfect timing. Love the synchronicity. The last starfighter. Building up that vortex. Such powerful energy. Thank you, Faery. Thank you, John Benny. Thank you, Not So Fancy Nancy. I'm glad I did it. That made, like, honestly, I feel amazing after that transmission. Like, I feel so good. My whole body is vibrating right now. My legs are literally shaking right now because the energy is still, like, running through me. It's literally, like, better than any drug you'll ever do. It's so amazing. It's euphoric. It's like, people, I think, actually could physically get addicted to this if they weren't like balanced. I think that's why it's so important to have spirit connected when working with this kind of energy channeling and stuff like that. And that's, I think, how people can even get stuck into lower vibrations. I think I have something stuck in my eyelash. I keep seeing it like hanging down like a fuzz or something. I forgot what it was saying. Sorry, my eyelash distracted me. It's like I can see something in my like eyelash. You know how you ever get a fuzzy on your eyelash and you can see it there and it's like right in your vision? It's kind of distracting. It's doing that to me. Throwing my thoughts processing off. You felt the dragon energy was intense. Or that could have been you, JW. You're powerful. I love having you in these chats. Your energy is insane. It's so beautiful. Oh, thank you, Hannah Mori. And I'm really, I love the trolls. I love you trolls. All of you trolls, I love you all so much because you know what? You can come at me any way you want and I'm just going to give you love right back. You were blasting light through the earth and through people. Yes, I felt it. That was intense energy. Yes. Love that ancient serpent entity energy. It's that primordial force energy. Don't be afraid of it. It's powerful. Don't be afraid of things. People gotta stop being so afraid of everything. Oh, thank you, John Vinny. Yes, that dragon. Oh, I love the dragon energy. I love light language. I love being able to channel frequencies. I love being able to share them with you guys. I love connecting with you guys. And I had several frequencies coming through. I mean, we had dragon, we had the feline coming through, we had the angelics coming through. Like, it was lots of frequencies. My feline growly side always comes through. You can always try to get that. I get the sneery face. It's funny though, because I actually had a dream where I saw myself in one of my feline forms. So I have several feline forms. So one of my feline forms, I'm like a tiger being, and I have a very snarly face. And John Benny's met my tiger, my tiger being self, and she kind of snarls, like does this little snarly thing, and it comes out when I do my light language, and I see it, and I recognize it, and I'm like, oh, there it is, there's the snarl, there's the little snarly face thing that she does. It's amazing when you start meeting the different multi-dimensional aspects of yourself and kind of seeing how they're also being expressed through your like avatar in this reality. It blows your mind. More souls coming in for landing. Yeah, making room. Clearing out the darker energies. You have to go in a few minutes. Oh yeah, okay, so John Benny just posted a new song. You guys check it out. He posted the link in the chat there below. Definitely check it out because it's probably amazing. Let's not sleep again tonight, right? Why are you dancing? You're dancing too? Because we're all dancing. We're all hyped up on energy now. Oh, this is so amazing. I'm so grateful to be with all of you right now and to be connecting with you. This is beautiful. Thank you so much. Yes, the energy, I can still feel it too. Like my legs are sweating right now. Like I'm starting to like sweat like pretty hard. So those were some of the energies coming through Aldeberan and Antares Stargate, but I actually just kind of got a message that wasn't it. That was just like a little snippet. They still want me to bring through another light language video. So you guys will be getting some more light language for me. I think that came through was more like personal, like for this group that's here, that's tuning in. I think that was very, very personal light language, like specifically for you guys. One of mine was a weird glowing stone face while I was mirror gazing. I love mirror gazing. Oh my gosh, so my face turned into an old Indian dude once while I was mirror gazing. It was crazy. I was like, oh my god, I'm a man. You got the pea shivers? Yes, that's the Kundalini and the sacral chakra. Moving that energy. Yeah. Good thing. Oh, I love you guys so much. Galactic Tribal Beat. You got it. Oh, it's so beautiful. And I've been having such a bad day. I was in such a bad mood, and I was so sad and depressed kind of all day. And like, you guys just completely changed all of that for me. Like, I'm gonna go to bed like so happy with the biggest smile on my face. And honestly, if I wouldn't have had this live tonight, this meditation, this experience, I probably would have gone to bed really sad. So I'm so grateful for you guys. I really am. It's never good to go to bed sad too. That's not a good thing. It's like the way you go to bed is kind of like if you're dealing with stuff and you go to sleep dealing with that stuff, you're gonna deal with that stuff while you're sleeping too. Stagnant energies that are transmuting. Yes. Dance is awesome for letting go of stagnant energies that are transmuting. I got that. No, it was a two-part. You felt like it was? It felt close? Okay. It's so interesting how you do that, like, highlighting thing. I don't know how you do that, Hanamori, but it makes it so much easier for me to, like, kind of see. That's cool. I like it. Dream of Dragons, Feel the Power. Is that the name of your song? Or is that the name of a song? That would be a good name for a song. Dream of Dragons would be a good name for a band. Thank you, Hanamori. Always go to bed being grateful for that comfy bed and pillow. And you know what? Talk about a comfy bed and pillow. I straight up manifested my bed. I wanted so bad to have a bed that was just soft as hell. Like you lay down on it and you friggin' sink into that shit. Like that kind of soft. And guess what? I freaking manifested myself a California King memory foam soft ass bed that is comfortable as shit, and I love it. If I could just stay in bed all day, I would. I would just never get out of my bed. Glad to cheer you up. You cheered me up too. Oh, thank you, Tom. You guys being here is just like made my day. You guys have all made my. I love you all. I love you all so much. I know I say that like a million times, but it's just like, I don't know if I can express the amount of love that I have for you with words, so I'm just gonna keep saying it over and over again. Yeah, there's definitely a hair, and I think an eyelash or my crown, because it keeps tickling my eye. I think that was it. Iridology chart. I'm not sure. If you at someone, it highlights their name. Oh, really? Ah, that's cool. So, like, if you want to say something to somebody in the chat and you want them to see, you can do that. Or is it just only do it when it's online? Because I see that he's at work. Maybe it is only. Cool. Thank you. Good to know. Blow up my little round picture. Iris. Oh, it's an iridollar. Okay, so I have to pull it. Oh, I will definitely do it. That's so cool. I'm so interested. You have me so interested. You really do. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Oh, thank you guys for being. And it seems like we have some people that are dropping out. So I think we're going to wrap this up. And it has been going for 2 hours now. 2 hours exact block. That is amazing. That went by so fast. Like, how the heck do you sit on a chat for 2 hours, like, and have it go by that fast unless you're having a really good, right? I love you all so much. Thank you all for being here, and I look forward to seeing you guys all on Friday. You again for Friday, and then I'll have a video coming out this week for the rest of the energy coming through for the Stargates, because they made it pretty clear to me that the activation. That there was definitely more coming through. So I'm going to have to change my, my little title, live stream. It works with anyone, they only see it highlighted. I'm so lost. I know that you're probably talking about something that I said a minute ago, and then I just can't remember what that is. So I'm sorry, JW. Thank you, Strawberry Time. Thank you, I'm watching for us. Good night, and thank you so much for being here. And thank you, JW and John Binney and Emoji King and anybody else, and Tom Eden and anybody else who's in the chat that I'm not seeing your name right now that's still here. I want you all to know that I love you so much. Thank you for being here from my heart. And I will see you all next Friday.